have an emote for this, and no. Just no, Santa. Looks like this thing unlocks the door. There's a depression that looks like it's the outline of 3 circles. Maybe the discs? There's only one way to find out. Stick them in. That's strange. Nothing happened. Maybe you're, I don't know, putting them in the wrong places? Perhaps you have them facing the wrong directions. Rotate them to make some of the lines connect to one another. No harm in trying. This is the penultimate puzzle, if I remember correctly, for this room. And if I remember correctly, the thing we need to make is outlined by the red lines. Not quite. There we go. Make this 9-pointed star. And that opens the door. Simple. Well, if this is going the direction I think it is, we might have an annoying puzzle coming up soon. Given the circumstances, Junpei's happiness was understandable. Ace seemed to share it. Alright. Why don't you go get June? Santa and I will keep an eye on this door. Santa snorted. What? Why do we need to do that? Even if it shuts, we know how to solve the puzzle. We could just open it again. Well, I suppose that's true. Shall all 3 of us go and collect June, then? Nah, I'm cool. I'll let Junpei handle it. He still seemed irritated by something. Sat down at the stairs petulantly. So you're only interested in being contrary? Ace sighed with the air of a long-suffering parent. Alright, I'll get June. Be right back. Before long, he was back on the first floor, next to the conveyor belt. As he drew closer to June, she stood up. You okay? He did his best to sound calm and nonchalant, but there was no hiding genuine concern. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm sorry to make you worry. June blushed. He wasn't sure if she was embarrassed or feverish. Just to make sure, he reached out, put his hand against her forehead. Good. You seem to be feeling a lot better. She was feeling far less warm than she had been earlier, but wasn't down to what seemed normal. You sure you're all right? June gave him a look. Oh, you're such a warrior, Jumpy. I mean, worrier. June giggled. He wasn't sure if she just made a joke or not, but seeing her smile again made Junpei feel at ease. If she was well enough to smile and laugh, maybe she was feeling better after all. He poked her forehead. Let's go. Go where? Ah, right, I didn't tell you. We got the exit open, so... Oh, great! Let's go! She clasped her hands together, nodded. As they walked back, Junpei noticed Santa on the stairs. He was holding something in his right hand, staring at it with a strange expression. Junpei and June slowed down and stopped in front of him. What you looking at? Santa answered without looking up, his voice quiet. It's a photo. My sister. A sister? You've got a sister? He nodded. Yeah. Kid was as cute as a button. June cocked her head, confused. She was only about an inch tall then? Uh, sorry. I guess an inch is a little large for a button. Maybe more like a half inch? Ouch. Santa didn't smile or laugh. He turned back to his picture and spoke. I was her Santa Claus. Junpei didn't really know what Santa had meant by that. He glanced at June, who shook her head. She had no idea either. You ever heard the story of the two Santas? It goes that a long time ago there were two Santas. One of them wore white, the other black. The white Santa gave presents to good kids. The black Santa played tricks on bad ones. It went on like that for a while, but eventually the black Santa's tricks started to get worse and worse. Pretty soon, the white Santa couldn't stand it. He stabbed the black Santa to death. When he finished, the white Santa got blood all over his clothes. That's why these days, his clothes are red. You could say red is all that's left of the black Santa. Junpei was silent. He could think of nothing to say to such a violent story. June stared with sadness plain on her face. He continued. I wonder which Santa I am. The white or the black? There's no point dwelling on it. Let's just go. He stood up suddenly, his downcast demeanor gone. He shoved the picture back in his pocket, headed back up the stairs, taking two at a time. Junpei and June looked at one another. There wasn't really anything I could think of to say. Hey, what are you two doing? Let's get moving! His voice echoed across the room from above. They nodded, followed quickly up the stairs. Ace was waiting for them at the top. He was leaning against the handrail. He looked tired. The door had shut, but it wasn't because of concern. Junpei solved the disc puzzle again. The door opened. In single file, they walked through. It was about 15 feet before they found a metal door again. It opened easily enough. Behind it, a new room stretched out before them. Fuck, it's this room! No! No, this is the worst room! This is the second worst puzzle room in the game! Oh, I forgot it was behind this door. Is this a warehouse? No, I believe this is the cargo room. This must be where they store all of this vessel's freight. There are wooden crates everywhere. I wonder how old they are. Junpei, Ace, and June had stopped unconsciously, pausing to take in their new surroundings. Santa's voice broke through their momentary trance. Well, we probably ought to start with finding the exit. Well, time to break out the alcohol. 'Cause this room fucking sucks. To start with, there are gonna be a bunch of cards that we need to find. What's that? A card. It's got a headshot. A headshot? Yeah. Not really sure what the purpose of it could be, but might as well collect them. The pictures should look fairly familiar on all of these cards. There are gonna be 9 of them. These stairs, they go up 3 stories. What are you waiting for, Junpei? Oh, whatever, I'm going. This is the only door here, except for the one we just came through. So, this is the exit. No shit, Sherlock. Of course, it's locked. Is it electronic? No, just a keyhole. Right on the doorknob. So to open it, we need to find the key. Yep. We've searched all the boxes. There's nothing in them. There is something, however, in this nutsack. 2 more cards here for Junpei and June. There's some sort of liquid in these barrels. I'm not sure what it is. Could be beer. Or wine.
There are 3 crates here, stacked up like stairs.
If we climb up there, I think we can get over the fence. Junpei, think you could go take a look at that? Yeah, no. I've got a bad feeling about that fence. Pussy. Okay, fine, I'll go.
Please be careful.
Yeah, but just in case. Hey, what's he gonna do with that screw? I don't see what throwing a screw at the fence is.
This...
There's electricity running through the fence. Seems like it.
Then we can't get it to the other side.
Well, we could jump off the crates, but we wouldn't be able to get back. I'm trying to remember if there was a card over this way. Metal panel... This thing right here is for the penultimate puzzle, and it's gonna take some time. Why did it have to be this puzzle room? You'll see why I'm complaining momentarily. But first, we need the key. All the boxes have numbers on them. Do they, Oh. Ace found something that had been sitting next to the box. Junpei, take a look at this. Cards.
Does that mean we need to collect all the cards we don't have?
I'm trying to remember where the rest of the cards were, though. Judging by their weight, perhaps a liquid of some sort. Oh, wow, there was a card in here. Okay, that's all 9. This one's for a plot point. They'd finally collected all 9 picture cards. All that remained was to insert the cards into the slots at the front of each box. Junpei stared at the cards in his hands. Ace peered over his shoulder. You know which card goes in which box, yes? Junpei gave him a look. Yeah, of course I do. It's really obvious. Just match our numbers to the numbers on the boxes. So, for instance, the card with the picture of Ace goes into box 1, the card with the picture of Snake, 2, and so on. I see. Junpei thought he might have imagined it, but he could have sworn Ace stiffened. I'll leave the rest to you. He turned, walked away. Strange. Whatever. He did his best to clear his mind for the task at hand. 9 cards with pictures, 9 boxes. Junpei stared for a moment and began. Ace's card into 1, Snake's into 2, so on and so forth. As soon as he inserted all the cards, all 9 boxes popped open. He peered inside. In each was a single pin. They looked a little like sewing pins, but thicker. Junpei collected them all, shoved them into his pocket. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Well, aside from this one, but this puzzle's easy. It's what comes after is the annoyance. I think 2, 4, and 6 should go here on top, 3, 5, 7 on the bottom. Well, some of them lit up. Yeah, 3 and 6. Wonder if there's some kind of rule that determines which lights go on. I'll put the 2, 4, and 6 on the top, 3, 5, 7 on the bottom. You think it's digital roots? 2, 4, and 6 make 12. The digital root of that is 3. So, light 3. through 5, 7, 15. Digital root 15 is 6. Therefore, light 6 turns on. Makes sense, right? I see. So the lights match the digital root of the pins inserted on the top, and the lower parts will light up. So that's how it works. Well, there's only one thing I'd like to try. So he puts 1, 2, 3, and 6, 7, 8 into the top and bottom. They turned off. 21 makes a DR of 3, so light 3 turns off. 6 is 6, so 6 turns off. I get it. So if the digital root for the pins you insert is the same as the number of the lights that are lit, those lights turn on or off. Yeah, seems that's the trick. You wanna give it a try? Wait, you mean you know what we're supposed to do with these lights? Well, no, but I figured we could try, see if we could turn them all on. Figure something's gonna happen if we manage that. Turn on all the lights. If you're competent with math, this one isn't that hard of a puzzle. Actually, you don't even need to be competent with math. Just make sure to get one of every digital root. So start with... Oh. Wow, I'm a dummy. One, 2, 4, 7, 8, 9. That's 6 and 7. 3, that's 7, 8. And at the bottom, we can use 2, 7, 9. Something important with digital roots is that 9 is essentially a free number. Provided you can get enough... if you can get 2 numbers that can yield the result that you want, then you could just use some of the others to make a 9 and keep what you've got. So I believe 1 and 3 should go here with 9. And on the bottom, let's say if we wanted to get... Actually, we can get 2. So 4 and 5 make a 9, and 2. So now we just need a 1 and a 3. Such... 9, 1, 2 settles that. Then 6, 8. And I believe 5. There we go. Simple. And for that, we get an F! Congratulations! We failed math! Yay! See me after class for remedial lessons. Hey, does that mean, yeah, gotta do it again. Man, I thought I was doing so well. Okay, so we've got 9 holes. There's an F above them. I don't know what the F means, but I do know one thing. That being, this time there's 9 holes. So maybe we need to insert all 9 pins. Why don't you just try it, alright? The F is a pretty big hint on this one. If you know coding and base 16, then you know that F equals 15. We need to have... Essentially, think of this like Sudoku. So every row, column, and the 2 diagonals need to yield 15. Easy way to do that, 9 in the middle, 1, 5, 2, 4. No, wait. Maybe not. Hold on. Actually, no, I had that right. Because there wouldn't be any other combinations, really. 5... I think I can get away with an 8 there. 7... 7 minus 15... Oh, 7 minus 15 is 8. Let's see, that's 17. So DR of 8. I'm trying to remember, as I'm trying to figure out if I got this right. I don't think I do. Yeah, I thought not. So, in that case... let's see, that's 13... 15. So, I need a 9 here. Let's try an 8 and a 1. No, that's not gonna work. So, I need this to be an 8. So probably 5, 3, this one would be 4. 6, this one would be the 9. 1, 8. No, that's not right either. Because 15, 18. Maybe I haven't put 4, 5, 6 here. Eight. No, it's 16. Ah, shite. So maybe if I reverse these then. So put the 2 there, the 3 there. That's a 9. Yeah, that's not gonna work either. That's 17. I feel like 4, 5, 6 in the middle was right. 8, 16. That's not gonna work. I know there are several ways you could solve this puzzle, just remembering the right method, you know? So 7, 17. Jeez, I feel like such an idiot. Let's start with 9 in the corner. Because I know that 9 can only have really 2 combinations to yield 15. Eight. So that'd be a 9. $15. That's 24. Actually, this should be right, no? Where am I going wrong? Okay, 9 and 8 can't be in the same row or column. No, can't do that. Can't do that. Let's see. Nine can only be in the same row and column as a number less than 6. It will have to be a combination of 2 numbers. Eight, 7 goes there. 12, 3. There we go! Finally! Jeez, that took for fucking ever! And that isn't even the hardest puzzle here. Or hardest / most tedious puzzle here. This bitch is. Ladies, gentlemen, and everything in between, this is Pushmaster. Fuck Pushmaster. So, what are we supposed to do with the Pushmaster again? See that coffin over on the top of the crates? Yeah. Don't you want to know what the deal is with that? I do. Want to check it out? How do you think we're gonna get there? So we use the crates on the right side of the fence that someone piled up like stairs. So make a path from the coffin to there. How would we do that? I hope you like Sokoban. Ah, looks like Pushmaster runs off a battery. So to keep it from using up its energy too fast, it's been programmed so it'll only start moving once its path has been completely programmed in. Now I'll keep that in mind. There is exactly one forgiveness to this puzzle. We'll get into that, but first, we have 50 movements. Precisely 50 movements to take all 4 of these boxes and move them into the yellow squares. Hello, Zaya. Welcome to the puzzle. It's POOSHMASTAAHS. No! I think I fucked it up. I hate Pushmaster. I'm not great with Sokoban, really. Again, there's only one forgiveness in that every time you exit the puzzle, the battery does get slightly larger, so it becomes a little bit easier to clear. Even the developers recognized that this puzzle sucked. That's how bad this puzzle is. And I never quite remember the solution for it. It is possible to do this puzzle in 50 moves. It just requires a very specific set of movements. No, that wasn't it. Fuck. I think I was on the right track, just I got the order wrong. Because you push this one down there. There we go. Oh, shoot. I did the same thing again. "43 moves! I'm a genius!" Except not really. That didn't take as long as I thought it was gonna. Just full blunt. I thought I was gonna have to reset the puzzle a bunch of times just to get spare moves. Because yes, every time you exit the puzzle, the battery does get one move larger, to the point that they actually decide, yeah, you know what, after, like, I believe it's like 5 or 6 failures, they're just like, yeah, let's just set this battery to 99. Get a move on. Just be quiet and watch. See? It's moving. Oh, great. Now we can reach the coffin. Just need to climb those crates over on the fence, on the other side of the fence. Like, to date, Pushmaster is still the puzzle that annoys me the most. Because I never remember the solution. I always have to, like, flail through this entire section, or use a walkthrough. Not me! Just kidding. He smirked heartily at his joke. Jinbei grumbled, shook his head. Just open it. He resisted the urge to remind Santa he'd have it open a long time ago, and if Santa hadn't interrupted, and threw open the lid. They peered inside. Contrary to what they had expected, the inside was quite large. It was mostly empty, but not completely so. Laying on the bottom was a rusted key. And a gun. A revolver. It looks pretty old. I wonder if this is a replica. Junpei reached slowly, picked it up. In his hand, it felt heavy. He checked the cylinder. 6 bullets. He'd never seen a real gun, or even a real bullet. He couldn't tell if these were real or not. The barrel was rifled. Nothing seemed to be blocking it. As Ace had said, it was old, but it appeared to have been well maintained. If it were a real gun, Junpei thought it would most likely function perfectly. If it was real. Holding it made him feel unpleasant. He placed it back in the coffin. What, you're not gonna take it? Of course not. All something like this is gonna do is cause more trouble. It's a powerful weapon that gives one person a huge advantage. Something like that would be way too dangerous to have around. We're in enough danger already. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Maybe Zero put this gun here, hoping someone might take it? In other words, maybe he put it here to make us fight each other. In that case, we should most certainly leave it here. I, for one, have no desire to let Zero control me. The others nodded. They had no desire to be under Zero's control either. Okay, so we've got that figured out. But you aren't gonna leave that key in there, are you? Yeah, of course I'm not. Junpei took the key, slid the coffin back into place, and back where they had found it. Let's hope we never see that gun again. Otherwise, Chekhov might actually have our heads. This key should open the door. What are you waiting for? Let's go! And we never have to see this puzzle again. Definitely never again will we see this room! The hallway that left the cargo room headed straight toward the stern. Junpei and the other three proceeded down it silently. Some distance along, a large room opened up on the left-hand side. It looked familiar. An iron gate covered each of the elevators. Junpei and his companions drew to a stop and discussed their next move. We've seen the elevator before.
We got off the one on the left just a little while ago.
Then we went through the number 6 door, and that took us to the engine room. Yes, and after that, we passed through the cargo room.
Now we're back here.
In other words, we made a loop back to where we started. Gently, he pushed the triangular button on the wall. The elevator door opened. Then shut. Pushing the button had apparently restored power to the elevator. It was functional. What do we do? Should we return to C deck? This hallway keeps going. Even if we do end up going back, we should see what's down there first. I agree. The decision made. Junpei and his companions left the elevator behind, continued up the hallway. Sometime later, Santa, who had been walking several paces in front of the rest, stopped. Set in the wall in front of him was a door. So far as Junpei could see, there wasn't any way to proceed. The door, nothing. Let's open it. Junpei took a breath, pushed the door open.